Welcome to the show, everybody. With us tonight is Justin Huebner.
Hi.
And Jackie Rathgaber.
Hello.
Jim is not able to make it tonight. He said he was busy, but we all believe that the Lions lost. His fantasy team lost to the worst team in the league. And he's just too ashamed to be here. So we'll talk with him more next week about the happenings of those couple things since we can't today. How you guys doing?
Not too bad.
I can't complain.
I'm doing great. Packers won. I got my first fantasy victory of the season. It felt good. I will not go completely defeated. All it took was trading away two of my best players, and now I can win games again. I don't know how that works, but that's how fantasy works, I guess. This episode, we're doing the football episode. We'll jump right into it. So first up, we had Packers versus the Bengals. Oh, excuse me. Packers win this one, coming off the bye at home, 27-18. This was not quite the statement game I was hoping for, given the situation we had. But a win's a win at the end of the day. Browns put up 274 yards to the Packers' 412. Jordan Love haters can rejoice. He threw another interception. Jordan Love supporters can also rejoice. He threw for 259 yards, 19 out of 26, 73% completion rate, and a 101.3 rating. It's pretty good in my opinion. So haters can suck it. Joe Flacco, he threw for 219 yards, going 29 of 44 for a 64% rate, and 2 touchdowns. Joe Flacco, honestly, our defense was great in the first half, and the second half, it seemed like Joe Flacco was just chucking it to his talented receivers, and it was working. I don't know why he wasn't doing it in the first half as much, because Chase and T. Higgins both, they were just getting catches that they were covered on. I don't think the Packers played bad coverage on those guys, but it's hard when a guy can just snatch it with one arm and tuck it into his side and pull it in. So those guys did good.
I feel like there were so many times Flacco was about to get sacked and he just chucks it in the air and someone catches it. I'm like, fucking how?
Yeah.
Green Bay, I thought, played good coverage that game. But yeah, when you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, who are just better than Green Bay's secondary, it's not much you can do other than tip your cap to them being just awesome.
Yeah. They're better than most secondary players in the NFL. Like I said, some of those plays, I'm like, no way he catches that, and just, nope, sure as shit he has it one-handed.
I think Jamar Chase proved that he's the greatest receiver in NFL history during that Packer game, which is why I traded a third-round pick for him, so...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We'll get to the trade section in the next episode and talk more about that. But beyond that, Packers, they got their run defense was looking good again. Held the Bengals only 55 yards. I think the Packers have the number 1 run defense in the NFL so far. So that's good. First half just looked dominant by the Packers, even with the Love interception. They held the Bengals to nothing but 4 points and one missed 67-yard field goal, which I'm sure most of us watched it. He made it when the floor called the timeout, literally bounced off the bottom bar and rolled through it, which was nuts. But then when he had to try it when there were actually blockers coming across the line, he missed it. He missed it by like 5 or 6 yards the second time.
Yeah, Keyshawn Nix caught it, and I was actually kind of hoping they'd run that back, but...
You don't know what the rules are for that. So, he catches it and runs it back. If he gets it,
that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
Yeah. But if he catches it and runs it back, do we get the ball where he gets tackled? Or is it a turnover on downs where he kicked it from?
If he'd have ran it back... Wait, I guess, what are you asking?
He took it and he ran it out of the end zone.
Yeah.
But I don't remember, did we get the ball where he ran it out of the end zone? Or did we get the ball where they kicked off from, which would have been the 50-yard line?
Oh, No, wasn't it end of the half? So it didn't matter?
Oh, maybe it was the end of the half.
Yeah, it was the end of the half.
That's the question. Is there a risk involved? They're going to kick it from their own 49? Do I want to try to return it or do I let it bounce out the end because we get it on the 50? Versus if I try to return it and I get tackled on the 20, now we just set ourselves back 30 yards for no reason at all.
Yeah.
I assume it's just a turnover on downs unless you happen to get the touchdown. Otherwise, I don't think he'd run it out of the end zone. Unless it's the end of the half, I guess, too. Then you would do it. But yeah, I'm not an NFL scholar. I don't know all the rules. I learned some new ones this week. We'll get into that during the Lions game. But yeah, the second half of this game, a little more sketchy. Flacco started, like I kind of said, he was just hucking it to Chase and Higgins, and it was working. I mean, I kind of looked at it too. Packers have they have the fastest pass rush in the league. Like, the quarterback pressures are insane. So I've got a rule in front of me here about the question we just had. So if field goal is returned and the kicker is tackled, the ball is spotted at the original spot of the kick. Okay, so you'd get it at the spot of the kick. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. Well, now we know.
Which is good if they only return it to like the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, there's got to be no risk involved, otherwise they wouldn't do it for such a long kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Bengals came out that second half with a 11-minute, 80-yard drive down the field. That was honestly kind of deflating to watch them just keep getting it and keep getting it. We couldn't stop them, and that's kind of been the story of the season. Honestly, in the first half, our defense looks one of the best defenses of all time, but in the second half, teams come out and make those adjustments, and they I don't even understand. Like, we're stopping the run. We've been very good against the run this year. Quarterbacks get 2.3 seconds on average to throw it against us because we're bringing the pressure, but they're just getting all these little chunk yards just enough to put drives together. And Packers too, we don't get any turnovers. It's crazy. I don't feel like it's sustainable to have no turnovers with how quickly the pressure is coming and how cheap our cornerbacks are playing because they know the pressure is coming so fast. We've had 2 picks all season, no fumbles, and one of the picks was when Flacco just kind of threw an arm punt at the end of the half because it's whatever.
Oh yeah.
If it gets picked, it gets picked. It wasn't even a real pick. I don't think. I wouldn't count that as a pick. The only one I really had was against Goff week 1. I don't know if you've seen more of their defense and you have an opinion on it, but I feel like it's very strange that we have so few turnovers.
Yeah.
Given all the other stats that would seemingly lead to turnovers for us.
I think it might kind of have to come to a point where Green Bay's going to have to stop bringing pressure and just hope the 4-man, the 4 guys can get there, and then they're going to have to drop back into coverage because, I feel like it's the short passes that are really killing them and extending drives for other teams. I'm still not too terribly worried. I mean, you're not going to go up against Jamar Chase and T. Higgins every week. Mm-hmm. And as far as next week goes, Arizona doesn't really concern me that much. I think they should handle that game pretty well.
No. I mean, like I said, if you look at the stats, if you look at a spreadsheet of the stats, Packers yards, we always kill the opponent. Time of possession, we generally kill the opponent.
Yeah.
Completion percentage, we kill them. Running yards, we kill them. It's but so it's weird to be in so many of these close games, and then we lose one to the Browns, and we tie one with the Cowboys. But it just comes down to I guess there's the special teams there, or love there was a pick, and we just never respond with our own special teams, play or a pick or a turnover, fumble, whatever of our own. So it's just that one little thing can set you back, even when you're dominating, almost double their yardage, and it's just to only win by 27-18 with 412 yards to 274 seems strange. That seems like it should be more dominant than that to me.
I think it's still kind of early yet too. I mean, we're only officially a third of the way through the season. If this kind of stuff is going to happen now, I'm glad it's in the first third as opposed to. I mean, if this stuff is still going on, we're talking in late November, December. Yeah. But I'm still not too terribly worried. I mean, in most of these games, they are looking dominant. I think if they can, once they start putting a whole game together,
I'm not saying I'm worried. In fact, I'm saying I'm the opposite of worried. I think I'm saying I feel like sometimes the ball has to bounce your way. You know what I mean?
Right.
The ball has not bounced our way in the turnover thing at all this season. It just hasn't happened, and it's just weird considering our pressure rate. The quarterback pressures are so high. It's just strange that we haven't had a ball fall our way.
Right. Yeah.
It's just strange, and some of those throws too, this week, some of those throws to Chase, it's damn, how do we not get that pick? Or how does we not knock it down? It's how does he fucking catch that? How did they come away with that? I mean, part of that is Chase is fucking elite. I give him that, but it's once in a while you would think oh, it's picked off. And same thing against the Cowboys with like Pickens. You'd think once in a while like those deep bombs where he's covered, like once in a while it would get picked off, but it never does. The offensive player on the other team always seems to come up with a huge play instead of the Packers cornerback. But I think the averages will regress to the mean, so I think we're due for some of those things to start coming up.
I agree.
And if they do, that's the kind of games where you start blowing people out. Like if you look at the games where they're blowouts this year, it's like, oh, that team had 3 turnovers. They beat them by 18 points. Well, you're going to beat someone by 18 points if you have a 3 turnover. I mean, the Packers lost the turnover differential in this game. We still won 27-18. I mean, that's a testament to how good they played.
Well, if also I just
it's a shitty team, but so
it's as far as like the interceptions and stuff go. You look at who Green Bay has played this year. I mean, they started off with Jared Goff. Yeah, they picked him off, which is impressive because Goff doesn't throw a lot of picks. And then week 2 they had Jaden Daniels. Yeah, he's young. He's regressing a little bit this year, but he's still a good quarterback.
Yeah.
They've had Flacco twice and Dak Prescott, who looks like it's the best Dak Prescott we've seen. So, with they've been playing really good veteran quarterbacks, so who generally don't make mistakes. So that I'm not too, I think like you said, I think the numbers are going to start. You'll start to see some turnovers happen.
Yeah, and the mean is more than 1 turnover.
Yeah,
after 5 games.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on Packers Bengals, Jackie?
Yeah, I mean we won, but I still wasn't that impressed, I guess, with the Packers. I mean not that they played bad, but I was hoping for a little more from them.
We were all hoping for a statement game.
Yeah.
Let's roll out of this bye. We're at home.
Watching them the first 2 weeks, I was like, hell yeah, we're going to have a good ass season. And now I'm like,
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all waiting for another one of those kind of games where it's just, both those games were like a touchdown closer than they should have been because it was garbage time. But both those games were just ass whoopings from minute 0 to minute 60. Like there was never a question of who was going to win. And this game, honestly, in the second half, there was a question of, fuck, are we going to fucking blow this? I think they got within 3 at one point. We were up two scores most of the game. I think at one point we were only up by 3, and it was kind of like, please, God, no. Do not let this happen against Joe Flacco again.
This is 3 games in a row where teams have hurt Green Bay just slinging it.
Mm-hmm. Are we just like bad on the coverage then? Like I feel like that we kind of are bad at, not all the time, but sometimes. Like why are we dropped so far back from the receiver?
Halfley's going to have to start disguising his blitzes better, or the front 4 are going to have to get there just quicker because they're now Green Bay's secondary is a problem, like not a good problem. So. It's like if we can throw as many guys on the offensive line as we can to stop Green Bay, just pass rush, then give our quarterback time to throw, we can beat them.
But they don't get time to throw most of the time. That's what I'm saying. Like quarterbacks usually get like 2.2 seconds against us. Like it's a very short amount of time that they generally get.
That's another thing too. Yeah. Jordan Love's not getting the time he needs to.
Our line has not been great this year.
No. If Josh Jacobs can't dominate on the ground, Green Bay struggles offensively. And that's on the offensive line because they have not been able to run block this year.
Josh Jacobs did good this week. And apparently he had the flu.
No kidding.
He was puking before the game, he puked during the game, and he puked after the game.
Oh, man.
But he put together
dude's a trooper. Can't deny that.
All right, move on to Lions Chiefs.
Yeah.
So the Lions lose 30-17.
Suck it, Jim.
Suck it, Jim.
Suck it, Jim.
Told you, Jim. The Lions are going to have to play good teams in the coming weeks. You were confident about it. Did not look good this week.
Yeah, not off to a good start.
So the Lions trailed the entire game in this one. They got within 3 points early in the fourth quarter, but the Chiefs went right back down to score and put the lead back to 10. It was kind of a game of Chiefs were always up by 2 scores almost the entire game. Actually, the Lions kind of started strong, but after their first drive, too many errors. Goff, he looked great. He went 23 of 29 for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns. 79% completion rate, and a 118.82 rating. So a very, very good game from him. Mahomes managed to outshine that by going 22 of 30, 257 yards, 3 touchdowns, 73% completion rate, and 132 rating. So Mahomes looked fantastic. I'll say part of that is probably because the Lions were starting their like 5th and 6th cornerbacks. Like their top 4 are all hurt, and then their two like all-star safeties, Brian Branch and whatever the other guy is, Kirby Joseph, are both kind of partially hurt. Kirby Joseph was in and out of the game. He would leave for a while and he'd come back in. I think he's got like a knee issue, and I don't understand why he's playing. Versus, I guess maybe he's still better than the backup even with a fucked up knee. But yeah, he left the field several times, but he kept coming back in. Kind of put that down. But yeah, Mahomes he's just not the guy you want to be up against in that situation. Even without his number 1 wide receiver, he's able to pick you apart in that. The Chiefs defense did do a very good job of stopping Sonic and Knuckles there. They couldn't really get it going. 98 yards on the ground, 65 from Gibbs, 24 from Montgomery. So that's kind of the line staple. If they get their running backs going, they kick your ass. If you can stop those guys, they do struggle. Like they want those guys going. That helps Goff a lot, and they just didn't have that in this game. What else we got on this one? Oh yeah, Amon-Ra dropped a pass. First drop pass in I think 2 seasons.
Yeah,
I think we talked about this last week,
and
it was a 4th down, and it hit him in the hands. Like it wasn't like a bad throw. It was a little bit low, but definitely something Amon-Ra catches 99.9% of the time. So dropping that one is just
brutal.
That's a gut shot for him. Beyond that, I mean, Lions had a lot of stuff go wrong in this one. There was that, when you go for it on 4th, you don't get it. It's rough. I mean, Lions get it most of the time. That's why they do it. But that one, they didn't get it, and they gave the ball back to the Chiefs. Another big one was that trick play they did to Goff for the reception touchdown. I don't know if everyone watched this game, but it got called back for I don't know if it was a false start or a legal shift or illegal motion.
I don't remember what the penalty was.
I don't know what the play was. I mean, it's some sort of false start, but
it was their version of the Philly special.
Yeah, but if you didn't see it, Goff, he lined up under center, like he's about to take the snap, but then he runs to the left side of the line, and then David Montgomery takes the snap and like shotgun. And then Goff runs forward, catches the pass for a touchdown, and he almost dropped the pass, but he caught it. He caught it out he almost dropped it while running into the back of the blocker. Yeah. He pulls it in and he gets in the end zone. I was like, God damn it. Because I was playing against Goff and Jim in fantasy, and I was like, Goff's going to get a fucking receiving touchdown of all the fucking shitty things that could have happened to me right now. Goff's going to get he's going to get the PPR point, the extra yards as a receiver, the full 6 points for the touchdown. And then all of a sudden, the announcers talk to the guy from New York, what's his name, that calls in about like calls and stuff like that. He's like, what should they do here? The guy from New York's immediately like, that's a false start. That's illegal formation. They can't do that. And then the refs on the field are sitting there for several minutes, and eventually they come back to the same thing of, illegal formation. You're allowed to do that if you're the quarterback, but you have to run out, stop, set yourself. And then you can run forward, and I guess Goff just ran out and ran forward. He never stopped and set.
You have to stop and set for 1 second.
I didn't know. Dan Campbell didn't know. Jared Goff didn't know. Nobody knew that rule until it happened, I guess. I mean, Goff was probably supposed to stop and set himself, but the ball got snapped too fast, and he's like, fuck it, I have to go forward now. So it was a cool play, but yeah, they got backed up 5 yards from that, I believe, or whatever the yardage was. They had to kick the field goal after that. They couldn't get it in. Yeah, that was the Lions Chiefs. The only other note I had was the post game scuffle. So when anyone turned it off before the game ended, Brian Branch punches Juju in the head, or the helmet, I guess. But he walked up for a handshake after the game. Instead of shaking his hand, Brian Branch just punched him in the helmet.
Juju walked up for a handshake.
I mean, Juju walked up for a handshake from Brian Branch, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of the end of the game. Everyone's shaking each other's hands.
Yeah. I was just clarifying who walked up to who for the...
I mean, they were walking up to each other.
Yeah.
But, I mean, these guys were kind of going at it during the game. There was clearly a lot of things being said amongst each other. I don't know what was said. But Branch punched him in the helmet, and then kind of a little bit of a brawl broke out. I looked into it. This is Branch's 4th run-in with the league rules. Having been fined 3 times already this season. 2 of which came during the Packers game in Week 1. So he's probably facing a suspension. I don't know if there's been a ruling on this yet. But he needs to get his shit together because you can't be doing that. And it seems like, 2 of them are against the Packers when you're losing. Lose to the Chiefs, you do it again. He needs to get his shit together. Like, I get it. You play for the Lions. You haven't lost many games in the last couple of years when you've been there. You need to deal with it and be a fucking adult because now he's probably not. They're going to be up against Tampa Bay next week, and if you're not playing,
he did get a suspension for that.
Yeah, okay,
yeah.
So, one game.
Well, way to go! Now your team has to play with your 3rd and 4th string cornerbacks and no Brian Branch because you just got suspended for a week, and you're up against Baker Mayfield, who's been fucking going buck wild on everybody. Even with all his receivers hurt, he's still going buck wild on everybody. That's terrible, Branch. You're an idiot. What else can you say? That might cost him the game next week. That could cost him another loss because he's not going to be out there.
Yeah.
Do better, dude.
Yeah. Like I said, I think he's just too used to winning. It's hard to take losses when you're used. Well, they lose 2 games last year. It's hard to get used to being back onto a team that loses 2 games in the first 6. But way to go.
Way to go, a-hole.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys got any thoughts on the Lions Chiefs? Chiefs look good.
Yeah.
Look very good.
Yeah.
And they have not looked good most of the year, so I'm curious what's up with that.
Yeah, if the Chiefs are back to the Chiefs, everybody's in trouble. Ugh.
Well, the Lions' defense needs to be better. Like I said, that's injuries. And last year, I feel like it was like their front 7 was getting injured. Now it's all the secondary guys getting injured. But I don't know. The Lions just never had that big stop. They didn't have any turnovers. They didn't have their defense has never made a big play in this game to kind of give their offense another shot and get them back fired up and back in it.
Almost everyone in our Pick'em League picked Detroit to win.
I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't. So, good on you. But I did. I don't know. I thought they could beat the Chiefs.
I kind of thought they could too, but
they should have beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
It wasn't close, really.
No.
Yeah,
No, Kansas City dominated that game.
You kind of look back, the Lions, they've dominated several teams, but every team they dominate, it's they get 3 turnovers. In this game, they got 0.
Yeah.
And they kind of got they got bullied. And if you look back to Week 1, when they also got bullied, it's what happened? Oh, they didn't get turnovers, and they lost the game. So maybe that's what their defense is built around, is getting turnovers. And when they don't get them, their defense just isn't doing what they need to do because, I guess they stopped the run, but the Chiefs don't have a fucking run game, so I can't even really give them that in any good conscience. Anything else? We should move on to Bears versus the Commies.
Let's move on.
Bears Commies. So the Bears, wow, they pulled this one off. It was a crazy one. They win 25-24. They were up 13 at halftime. The Bears completely blew their lead and are about to lose the game, but Jaden Daniels bumbles a handoff and the Bears recover. So they were basically able to run out the clock and kick a field goal for the win. Bears got 3 turnovers from the Commanders. And that's the story of the game. Turn the ball over 3 times and lose by 1 point to the Bears. It's a painful loss for the Commies. You were beating them even though you turned the ball over 3 times, and they were just able to run out the clock, kick a field goal. Yeah, that's rough. It was kind of raining at the end. I don't know if that played anything into it, but it is what it is. Caleb Williams, he went 17 for 29, 252 yards, and a 58% completion rate and 1 touchdown.
Thanks.
So, not that good, in my opinion. But Swift had a just monster fucking game. 67 of those passing yards were Swift's, and I think Swift, and then 108 on the ground, so Swift was half their offense production in this game. He was just on fire. I don't know He has those games every so often. I had him on my fantasy team last year, and every 5 weeks he would just go fucking bonkers. And then he would be quiet and do nothing for several weeks. So I don't know if he's good or if he just gets in the zone every so often. But yeah, I mean, you're the Jaden Daniels owners. What do you think of that game?
He's definitely looked like he's regressing. But a lot of that could be teams underestimated him last year. I don't know, but he definitely doesn't look the same as he did last year. But he also hasn't had Scary Terry on the field yet. So maybe once Terry comes back. But Deebo Samuel's been pretty hot for them.
Good. Yeah,
that was a good pickup for them.
Who was their running back last year?
Eckler.
Okay, because the run game hasn't looked that great this year.
No, I think did Eckler go out in the preseason or week 1?
Yeah, I think it was
something?
it was like week 1. He tore his something and he was out for the season.
Yeah,
ACL or something. Yeah. Yeah,
They
Bill
got Bill.
Krosky, he's been okay, but
yeah,
I think he had like one monster game and he's been pretty quiet ever since.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's hard too when you don't have a run game. It makes everything harder if teams don't have to respect that as much.
I think the Bears are one of those teams. I don't think they're going to win many games convincingly, but the wins they do get are going to be pretty ugly, like this one.
That's the weird thing about it is like for the last decade, they lose this game.
Yes,
like they lose ugly. They lose in a stupid fucking way, like the Commanders just did. They don't win in a stupid way. They lose because they fumbled the ball when they were about to run out the clock, and also the other team gets the ball, and then they score a field goal. And it's like, we fucking had it in the bag, and we somehow managed to blow it with 3 minutes left. We just did something fucking stupid, and we lost the game. And this year, it's like the exact opposite. Like, didn't last week they blocked a field goal to like win the game, and this week they get a fumble that goes to them, and they win the game? Like, oh man, maybe the Bears' luck is finally regressing to the mean, and they're going to get these lucky games now. And I guess it's
Usually if they pick up a kicker off the street, he stinks. But no, he made the game winner. He made the one that counted.
Yeah, Moody. Yeah, the Packers picked up a kicker off the streets this week, too, and he went 5 for 5. There were no special team errors.
Yeah.
Which I was shocked by.
Yeah, they picked up the UFL legend.
Yeah. What do you think of the Bears,
All the
Jackie?
Bears fans can say this is our year.
I mean, they've got a winning record.
They're 3-2. Yeah.
But they were 4-2 last year. And they lost 10 in a row. It looked like fucking assholes.
So they're bound to start.
Ben Johnson looks a lot better than Matt Eberflus, though.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not disagreeing that they might be better this year. But I am saying, like, these wins they've been getting are, like, it's definitely different than last year. Like, this is the way they always lost last year, and this year they keep winning in similar fashion of, like, wow, that just felt just right for us at the end, instead of, wow, that just couldn't have gone any more wrong at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I was waiting for the Bears to score a little bit quicker on that one, and then a Hail Mary to end the game. Just fucking losing the exact same way of last year. So, yeah, the Bears had the ball back, and like if they wouldn't have got like this, I think they had to get like 2 first downs to run the clock to 0. But if they wouldn't have got the second one, they would have been time left on the clock. And I was like, oh, watch this. Jaden Daniels throws another Hail Mary to cost the Bears again. But no, couldn't be so lucky this time. So yeah, that's the NFC North then. We're back to some normalcy in the NFC North. Packers are back to being kings of the North with 3-1-1 record. Lions are in second place at 4-2. Vikings are in third place at 3-2, and the Bears are in last place at 3-2. All things are back as they should be, at long last.
I would also like to point out that officially in the standings, 3-1-1 is better than 4-2.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, if you look at NFL standings, we're above them.
Okay, I was
is
gonna
better
say,
than a loss,
if
Jim.
Jim were here, he would be like,
You
no,
can argue all you
no.
want, but NFL standings have us ranked above them. It goes by win percentage,
Okay.
and our win percentage at 3-1-1 is better than 4-2. We are at like what are we at, 0.7 something, and they're at 0.6. But it goes off win percentage because teams have buys on different weeks, so they have to go by win percentage.
Okay.
So that tie that everyone made fun of us for. Move it off the
All
record
right.
button.
So it goes off percent win.
Yeah, well, it's winning percentage.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they have to do that because we get a week 5 bye.
Mm-hmm.
Lions got to play.
Green Bay is .033 percentage better.
Yep.
So suck it again, Jim.
We're also one of the 4 teams in the NFL left with only 1 loss on our record. So we're top 4 in the NFL in win percentage.
All right.
It's us, Tampa Bay. Well, I think the order is Tampa Bay, the Colts. Who's the other one? I think we're in 4th place in the whole NFL in standings. Well, the Steelers.
Oh.
Because the Steelers are 4-1.
Mm-hmm. Steelers
Back to
get to
being-
play Joe Flacco next week.
All right, we got a few other games from around the NFL. I didn't write down all of them, but I wrote down the ones that I liked, and there was just a handful here. But the Carolina Panthers beat the Cowboys 30-27. Cowboys, excuse me. Cowboys really need a defense, or they are going to be capable of losing basically to any team on any week. Because Prescott still looked very good, but Bryce Young had one of the best games of his career. And Rico Dowdle went absolutely nuclear against his former team. Cowboys let him go. He's out on the Panthers, and he wanted his revenge, and sure as shit got it. That dude has had the most crazy 2 weeks of probably any running back of all time. And he's Rico Dowdle. Not even like some superstar.
Well, he is now.
Maybe he is now. I don't know. But I mean, the Cowboys' defense is just so bad. Like, it's hard to win consistently when your defense can give up 30 points to any fucking team in the NFL.
Yeah,
This
you're
is-
setting
This
yourself
is the
up
Panthers.
for failure.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys had any thoughts on that one, but that's really all I wrote down. Stinks for Dak, but, you know.
Fuck them. Fuck the Cowboys.
They traded
Yeah.
Michael Parsons away, and they now have the worst defense in the NFL, and the worst defense the NFL's seen in quite some time, it seems like.
Good. Well, Jerry Jones can use this like 30-second round pick, 30-second
Yeah.
picks the next
But
2
I mean-
years on.
Their defense was half decent last year when Parsons was there. And
Yeah.
really the only difference in last year and this year is Micah Parsons is gone. So if they had Dak playing like this with Micah Parsons on their team, I mean, they'd be back into contention. But with that defense, I just don't see how they can be. Steelers beat the Browns 23-9. So are the Steelers actually good? What do you guys think? I can't tell yet. I mean, Rodgers, he's looking like vintage Rodgers often enough that I'm kind of getting convinced maybe the Steelers are going to be good this year.
The Steelers are doing a good job of getting the ball in the hands of like DK Metcalf and Jalen
yeah.
Warren when he's healthy. And I read something earlier today, like Rodgers' average time to throw was like 2.3 seconds.
Yeah.
And he's dumping
Gotta
it
be.
off. And he's accurate as hell this year. So
Yeah, what changed? Why did he suck so much last year when he was on the Jets?
he's got a really good offensive line in Pittsburgh.
I don't think it's that good, but it's probably better than the Jets. I don't think it's
Well, it's
just
definitely better than the Jets.
it's a better run franchise. Like
Steelers have a top 10 offensive line right now.
really.
Yes, they do.
Well,
I would not have thought that. The Steelers,
And they play good defense. They got TJ Watt.
yeah, I was gonna say their defenses look much better. Their first 3 games, their defense did not look good, but the last couple of games, their defense is actually looking good. It looks more like what we expected it to be
Yeah.
with TJ Watt.
Yeah, they definitely look like the class of that division this year. I don't think there are going to be any issues winning that one.
Which nobody saw coming,
Well, yeah.
literally.
Neither did Baltimore, but injuries are a bitch.
Yeah.
Just look at San Francisco, too.
What else? We got the Raiders beat Tennessee 20-10. The Titans keep fighting with the Jets for being the worst team in the league. And the Titans coach got fired.
That's
kind of
a raw deal for Brian Callahan, that he gets fired before Aaron Glenn does.
How long has Callahan been there though?
This is his second year.
Second year.
as
Yeah.
Titans coach?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're never gonna fire your coach after you're midway through their first 6 games into their first season. The coach isn't getting fired.
I don't know. Aaron Glenn could probably make a case for it. Jets abide.
So who's their new coach now?
I have no idea.
Well, they'll get some interim guy, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they had something on it. I don't remember his name or who he is, but
Mike McCoy.
anybody know who the fuck that is? Because I don't.
he's probably like a offensive line coach or something in the team.
Senior offensive assistant.
Okay.
You go from offensive assistant to fucking
He was the
coach?
head coach of the Chargers from 2013 to 2016.
Oh, okay.
Made the playoffs in his first season.
Okay, so he's got experience.
So he has experience.
Pretty big jump in pay grade there.
Yeah, I mean, as far as firing Aaron Glenn goes, I mean, we talked about this a few weeks ago. Like, you could have made the same case for Dan Campbell after his first season.
Yeah.
Would they win like 4 games that season?
Yeah.
If the Jets win 4 games this season, like, are you gonna fire the guy? Or are you gonna let him try to do what he wants to do? I mean, I feel like you can never hire a coach and then fire him after 5 games. That's absurd. Especially when the team's already there. He has no say in who's there. Like, I don't know if he had a say in Justin Fields getting signed to that contract, and now they're kind of stuck dealing with that for a couple of years.
Yeah, he's...
But maybe they'll move off next year. I mean, Sean Payton did that with Russell Wilson. He's like, yeah, I know we're paying you $45 a year, but
We're
Peace,
cutting
dude.
you is the
we'll
better
keep paying you the
option here.
$45 a year, but you ain't staying here. We'll eat that for 2 years and move on.
And now he did the same thing to the Giants.
Well, I mean, are the fucking is Denver still paying Russell Wilson anything, or they're done with that now? I think they're still
He is
paying
still
him.
he's still on the books. I don't
Yeah.
know what the number is, but I think this year and next year.
Yeah, 'cause he's only on Pittsburgh for 1 year, and I think they had 2 years left to pay him when they cut him. Yeah, so Denver is still paying fucking Russell Wilson, and I'm sure they couldn't be happier to him not be on their team. And that might be what happens to Justin Fields, because I don't know. It's hard to run an offense when your quarterback sucks that bad.
He looks like he's afraid to throw the football.
Yeah. I don't know if he's afraid of getting yelled at by his coach for throwing the football. So he's like, dude, you fucking suck. Do not throw the ball.
Don't fucking throw it. Do not throw that ball.
We do handoffs, and you do scrambles. That's it.
Just break his arm so he can't throw it.
But yeah, and now it sounds like Garrett Wilson is hurt. So that's not going to help him any. Yeah, both those teams are in trouble. I mean, honestly, the rest of the NFL is kind of in a weird spot of. It's hard to say who's bad and who's good, other than like the Titans and the Jets. They're clearly bad.
Yeah.
But everyone else in the NFL so far, they're like, maybe that team's good. Maybe that team's good. Fuck, maybe the Bears are good. The Vikings, maybe they're good. It's so hard to say. All these teams are like, damn, they're putting together wins you don't expect them to, and they're beating teams you would never think. Like the Panthers beat the Cowboys 30-27. Like, are the Panthers good? They clearly don't suck. So that's out the window. That's what I would have said before the season. It's a weird season so far, I think.
It is.
This far in.
It is so weird.
The Pick'em League is difficult, I feel like.
Yeah.
Everything you expect to happen is not happening.
All right, last match I had was the Falcons beat the Bills, because this was noteworthy. Bills started off 4-0, now they're 4-2. Not looking so hot for these guys this year. They basically pile up a bunch of wins against garbage teams. I mean, they beat the Ravens week 1 when the Ravens were healthy. And that was a good win. That was a very good game. But since then, I mean, they beat, like, the Saints, the Dolphins, the Jets. Like, they're beating, like, these just absolute fucking... I mean, those are some teams that I'd say probably suck. The Dolphins seem to be pretty bad. The Saints might not suck. It's hard to say, but... those are your wins. And then you run into the fucking Patriots, they beat you. You run into the Falcons, they beat you. And are these elite teams? I don't know. Maybe they are. Like I just said, it's kind of hard to tell right now what's going on in the NFL. But Josh Allen, he had 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 2 fumbles. It's about as bad as it gets. That's old school Josh Allen when he first got into the league.
Yeah.
Just turning the ball over left and right. So, I mean, now the Patriots are on top of the AFC East because they have the tiebreaker on the Bills. Who would have thought the Patriots being on top of the AFC East in Week 6? Nobody.
Yeah, not even me.
If someone could show me someone who bet that, I mean,
I love the
if
Patriots.
you put money on that, you would probably had. I don't know what the odds of that would have been, but
I love the Patriots, and I would not have even said that.
Patriots look pretty decent so far, in all honesty.
Well, they got Vrabel is still a defensive guy. Drake May looks like he's the real deal.
Glad I have him as a QB this year.
They're doing the Tom Brady theory with Drake May. They're just not giving him anything at all at wide receiver, and he's still doing well.
Yeah. Well.
I feel like I have to bring up my weekly Daniel Jones and how he got another win against the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Indianapolis Jones does it again.
Barely, though.
Seriously.
The Cardinals made that a good fucking game. Did you watch that one?
Yeah.
That was close.
Yeah.
I thought the Cardinals were going to get it.
Yeah.
They blew it. But.
Kind of thinking Jacoby Brissett could probably stay a quarterback for that team. They definitely looked better.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, you were watching
I forgot
with
he
us.
went in, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Kyler Murray did not play at all, so it was the Brissett show today, and Arizona looked a lot livelier on offense. But again, Daniel Jones, he seriously looks like he's a good quarterback in that offense.
Yeah.
But it also helps, Jonathan Taylor, and it looks like he's got good receivers. I mean, Pittman, Josh Downs caught a bunch of balls that game. Tyler Warren, man. He's looking like he's probably the best tight end in the league coming in as a rookie.
Well, you got Turd Ferguson catching.
Yeah, he's got a ton of touchdowns. Yeah. No, Colts best record in the NFL right now, tied with Tampa Bay. Kind of nuts. Kind of nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's been a weird season so far. I guess it probably always is early on. Teams change so much.
Kind of gives a lot of these younger, struggling quarterbacks some hope, you think, because maybe a change of scenery would do them some good. I mean, look at how often it's happened lately.
I mean, lately, yeah. Never he's heading back in the day.
Sam Darnold looks like he's good again.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield is probably MVP leading candidate right now, to be perfectly honest.
Right now. Yeah.
Daniel Jones looks like he's rejuvenated in Indianapolis.
Justin Fields. Still sucks.
Still sucks.
Geno Smith. He was on the redemption arc. And
He was.
Crashed right back
yeah,
down
he had a
there.
few good years. He played really well when he was in Seattle.
Yeah.
And now he just keeps throwing picks. Although he only had one last week, but we'll get to that next. We'll get to that in the next one.
It's weird how that's a good week. You're happy with the one pick game out of Geno right now.
I feel like that was the peak Favre years for us. Favre only threw one pick.
All right, should we call the NFL half there?
Yeah, let's call the NFL half there.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, everybody, and enjoy your Jameis Winston quote of the week. Good night.
Bye.
Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.